step-free. When someone you love is struggling with their mental health, it's natural to feel a mix of emotions, concern, confusion, and maybe even a little helpless. You want to be there for them, but you might not know how. The good news is, your support can be one of the most powerful tools in their recovery. It's not about having all the answers, but about showing up with compassion and a willingness to learn. Today, we're going to walk through a comprehensive guide on how you, as a friend, partner, or family member, can provide meaningful support to someone facing mental health challenges. Remember, you don't have to be an expert to make a profound difference. Your love and presence are already a huge first step. So, where do you begin? The first, and perhaps most crucial, step is to educate yourself. Mental health conditions are complex, and each one is unique. Whether it's anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, or something else, taking the time to learn about the specific condition your loved one is facing can be transformative. Look up reliable sources like the National Institute of Mental Health or other reputable mental health organizations. Understanding the symptoms, treatments, and what the experience might feel like from their perspective helps you move from sympathy to true empathy. It demystifies the illness and equips you to understand their behaviors, which might otherwise seem confusing or frustrating. This knowledge helps you see that their struggles are not a choice or a character flaw, but a genuine health issue. It also shows your loved one that you care enough to truly understand what they're going through, which can be incredibly validating. Once you have a better understanding, the next step is to master the art of listening. And I mean really listening. Not listening to respond, not listening to fix, but listening to understand. Your loved one needs a safe, judgment-free space where they can be vulnerable without fear of being dismissed or criticized. When they open up, resist the urge to jump in with advice or say things like "just think positive" or "snap out of it." While well-intentioned, these phrases can feel invalidating. Instead, simply be present. Let them talk, let them cry, let them be silent if they need to. Your quiet presence can be more comforting than 1,000 words. Acknowledge what they're saying with simple phrases like, "That sounds incredibly difficult," or "Thank you for sharing that with me." This creates a container of safety where they feel heard and accepted, which is a fundamental human need, especially when feeling isolated by their mental state. Mental health struggles can make even the simplest daily tasks feel like climbing Mount Everest. This is where offering practical help can be a game changer. But instead of a vague "let me know if you need anything," try offering specific, tangible support. Think about what might be overwhelming for them right now. You could say, "I'm going to the grocery store. Can I pick up a few things for you?" Or, "I have some free time on Tuesday. Would it be helpful if I came over to help with some laundry?" Other ideas include offering to cook a meal, drive them to an appointment, or help them organize their space. These small acts of service can lift a huge weight off their shoulders, freeing up their limited energy to focus on their recovery. It's a concrete way of saying, "I'm with you in this," and it shows you're willing to share their burden, not just talk about it. Encouraging professional help is often a delicate but vital conversation. It's important to approach this topic gently and without pressure. You can't force someone to seek help, but you can be a supportive bridge to it. Frame it as an act of strength, not weakness. You could say something like, "I care about you so much, and it hurts me to see you in so much pain. I've heard that talking to a therapist can really help. Be open to me helping you find some resources." You can offer to help them research therapists, make phone calls, or even go with them to their first appointment if they're nervous. Normalizing therapy is key. Talk about it as you would any other form of healthcare, like seeing a doctor for a physical ailment. By removing the stigma and offering your support throughout the process, you make it much less intimidating for them to take that brave step. One of the most isolating aspects of mental illness is the tendency to withdraw from social connections. A loved one might cancel plans, stop answering texts, or seem distant even when you're together. It's tempting to take this personally or to give them space by backing off completely. But please, don't. Staying connected is crucial. It might require more effort on your part, but your consistent presence reminds them that they are not alone and that they are still loved and valued. This doesn't mean you have to have deep, heavy conversations every time. Send a simple text just to say you're thinking of them. Invite them for a low-key activity, like a short walk, watching a movie at home, or just sitting together in comfortable silence. Even if they say no, the act of asking shows you haven't forgotten them. Reiterate that there's no pressure to be on or entertaining. Just being there is enough. Your persistence is a lifeline that keeps them anchored to the world. So, how do you talk to them in a way that truly helps? The words you choose matter. One of the most powerful tools in your communication toolkit is using open-ended questions, STET, instead of asking, "Are you okay?" which can be easily answered with a simple yes or no. Try asking something like, "How are you feeling today?" or "What's been on your mind lately?" An incredibly effective question is, "How can I best support you right now?" This question is beautiful because it puts them in the driver's seat. It respects their autonomy and acknowledges that they are the expert on their own needs. It shifts the focus from you guessing what they need to them telling you what would actually be helpful. This collaborative approach empowers them and strengthens your connection, building a partnership in their journey toward well-being. Another vital communication skill is validation. Validating someone's feelings doesn't mean you have to agree with their thoughts or perceptions. It simply means you accept that their feelings are real and valid for them in that moment. When your loved one says, "I feel like a complete failure," resist the urge to immediately contradict them by saying, "No, you're not. You're amazing." While your intention is to cheer them up, it can make them feel like you're not really hearing their pain. A more validating response would be, "It sounds like you're being really hard on yourself right now. That must feel awful." This shows you're listening and empathizing with their emotional experience. You're sitting with them in their pain, not trying to rush them out of it. True healing often begins with the feeling of being truly seen and understood, and validation is the key that unlocks that door. Now, we need to talk about you. Being a support person is incredibly rewarding, but it can also be emotionally and mentally draining. You cannot pour from an empty cup. It is absolutely essential that you take care of your own mental well-being throughout this process. This is not selfish, it's sustainable. Set healthy boundaries. It's okay to say, "I can talk for about 20 minutes, but then I have to get back to my work." It's okay to not be available 24/7. It's also important to have your own support system, friends, a partner, or even your own therapist to process your own feelings. Make sure you continuing to engage in your own hobbies and activities that bring you joy and help you recharge. Supporting someone with a mental health condition can feel like a marathon, not a sprint. Protecting your own energy ensures that you can be there for them in the long run, without burning out. Your well-being matters just as much. In closing, I want to leave you with this thought. Your support is a powerful healing force. Recovery from a mental health condition takes time, patience, and professional guidance, but the consistent, compassionate presence of loved ones can make all the difference. It won't always be easy. There will be good days and bad days. There will be progress and setbacks. But by educating yourself, listening without judgment, offering practical help, encouraging professional support, and staying connected, you are creating an environment where healing can happen. Remember to communicate with validation and to take care of yourself along the way. Your love in action is a testament to the fact that no one has to walk this path alone. You are making a bigger impact than you may ever know. Thank you so much for watching and for being the kind of person who wants to show up for someone they love.